Why the sad face? I'll show you.
This is total bullshit.
I thought it was spring. I mean, the weather had been in the 60s. It was beautiful. The grass was so green, I noticed last week. It was beautiful out. And now it's winter again. It's like everything is backwards. It's like we had spring for the last month and now we're doing winter. So does that mean when this is over it's just going to be summer? Or are we going to go right into fall? I'm already, suffering from a little bit of depression, and I thought maybe it was because of work, but maybe it's because of the weather. I don't really know, but I'm over the snow. I know we didn't even get that much this year, but I'm over it anyway. I hate it. I hate winter. I've always been a little bit of an Eeyore. My mom always called me Eeyore. And my sister, whose birthday is tomorrow, happy birthday, Frances. Franny is turning 26 tomorrow. But when she was born, I used to call her Pooh. And she has a Pooh mentality, but I think maybe she's a little bit more like Tigger. And then my brother, he's 21. I guess he doesn't really relate to any of the Winnie the Pooh characters. Maybe the rabbit. I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the Knits and Beads podcast. I'm LoreleiEurto, your host. I'm a jewelry designer who knits in her free time. And this is a predominantly knitting podcast. But at the end, I'll talk a little bit about some new beads that I got that I'm going to be playing around with this week. You can find me on social media everywhere. I'm on Instagram as LoreleiEurto, as well as Ravelry. And you can find my website at LoreleiEurto.com or LoreleiEurtoJewelry.com. And I'm on Etsy, LoreleiEurtoJewelry.etsy.com. I think that's everything. And I forgot my notes, so I gotta go get them. I did find a new favorite tea. I ordered a sample pack. I've been hearing everyone, including Charlotte, of the Charlotte and Gus podcast. If you haven't watched it, you should. I love Charlotte's podcast. She was talking about how she had found a favorite tea. It's Puka. And I found it on Amazon. And I found a sample pack of like 20 different flavors, and you get 2 tea bags of each flavor. So it'll take me forever to get through them all. But I did find one that I really like. It's this rooibos and honeybush with ginseng. A copper red charm of organic earthy delight. I don't know exactly what that means, but it's delicious. It has a honeybush, leaf, rooibos, licorice root, red ginseng root, and roasted maca root. And it is a fair trade tea. So, yay for tea. So that's what I'm drinking today in my, this is one of my favorite potters that I found on Etsy. And her Etsy shop is called Eri Pottery. That's E-R-I Pottery. She's actually done some pendants in the past that I've used in my jewelry with the same kind of patterning. But I have several of her pieces, including this gorgeous mug. I'm kind of mad. I just noticed it has a little chip in it because I threw it in the dishwasher. I probably shouldn't have done that. Anyway. Let's see, what did I want to talk about today? So before I get started on knitting stuff, we have a Ravelry group. I don't know. I wondered if I should bother. No one's asked me. I was kind of waiting to see if anybody asked me if I was going to start one. But then I just decided that in order to kind of ear burn people that I mention, the best way to do that is on the Ravelry group show notes. So far, I only have 3 members, and they kind of showed up on their own. Plus me, so there's 4 of us. And right now I only have 1 thread. It's just show notes for episode 8, which was last week. This is episode 9, by the way. And we actually, for my subscriber number on YouTube, I'm 3 people away from 300. So that's exciting. So if you are new to the podcast, thank you all for coming over to hang out with me for a little while. And if you are a returning viewer and have already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back again. And I'm glad that you're digging what I'm putting down. And yeah, 300 subscribers. A lot of those are people that already subscribed to me before I started the podcast. But there's been quite a few the last couple of weeks. So anyway, welcome and thank you for coming over. The podcasting struggle is real, you guys. For real. My bad. Oh, the struggle is real. It's real. My battery died, and now I'm trying to use my phone, and I can't prop it up on anything, and I'm getting annoyed. I don't know how this is going to work out. All right, let's pick up where I left off. Shall we? I have no FOs today. I have 3 whips. So the 3 whips that I'm working on, besides Locatelli's Southern Spirit Shawl, which yes, I'm still working on, but I haven't made very much progress. I'm also still working on my Fly Forward shawl by Veera Valimaki. Got quite a bit done. It's getting big. Ooh, it's big. But I still have 2 more ribs to go before I am finished. So it'll be a little bit wider than this at the end. I'm really excited to have this piece. And the good thing about it snowing is that I may still have time to enjoy some of these knits that I'm working on. Otherwise, it's going to start warming up, and then I'm going to have to wait until next winter to be able to wear any of them. So I'm working on that. I'm also working on my, I mentioned this last week that I wanted to start a sweater. And it's called Jessie's Girl Cardi by Elizabeth Smith. It's a paid for pattern. It's a short sleeve cardigan, no buttons, so I figured it would be nice and easy, and it will be great for the spring and summer. So I started it a couple days ago, and I'm not really that far. I am knitting this. I had to go and buy more needles because it called for an 8, a US 8, and I am working with my 8s on another project. So I went and bought tips and another cord, 32-inch cord, at my local yarn store, which thank God for them. I told them when I was there, I'm like, thank God that you guys are here. I hope you're open for a really long time. And she was like, we're doing good, we're okay. And so this is how much I have done so far. This This is the front left. This is the back. As you can see, the back is a little bit longer than the front. There's the front right panel. And this is a really simple garter stitch sweater. So it's mindless knitting, which I love. And I love the yarn. It looks a lot like Brooklyn Tweed, but it's softer because it has a little bit of silk in it. And this is a Fibre company. It's called Savannah. This is the Mesquite colorway. It's kind of a gray-green color. It's one of my favorite colors. It'll be nice and neutral. I'll be able to wear this with anything, really. And I'm enjoying it so far. I'm hoping it doesn't get too dull with all of the garter stitch, but this is how much I have left of the first skein. I have 6 of these skeins, so I should have plenty for the sweater, and I'm knitting the large size. So that's that project. And then I am really excited. I was asked to be a test knitter for a shawl pattern, and I'm not going to give you too many details yet. It doesn't come out until June. It's a shawl pattern, but I can show it to you, and I just can't tell you the name of it, and I'm just going to keep it secret. But I'm really excited about how it's turning out, so I wanted to share it with you. I am knitting this with Zen Yarn Garden, and this is the Burning Bush colorway. It's the Serenity 20 fingering yarn. And oh my gosh, look at the color of that. It's so pretty. It's awesome. It's awesome. This is a 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, 10% nylon. No wonder it's amazing. It's cashmere. And I have 2 skeins of this, and so I should have plenty to finish the shawl. I am knitting it on Haya Sharps. Love them. Love them. The pattern actually called for me to use the largest needle on the ball band, which in this case is a size 3, but I didn't have a 3 circular needle. So I'm using size 4, and I think it's knitting it fine. I don't know too much about gauge and all that, but it's knitting up fine. So here it is so far. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Working on that lace pattern now. And it's so addictive. I can't wait to tell you more about this pattern. Y'all are gonna want to go out and knit it. I know you will. It's amazing. So that is my whips currently. Get a drink here. I can't believe it's still snowing. It was supposed to stop by now. I don't know what is happening, but all I know is it better freaking warm up and melt all this snow, like fast. Okay, so some things I have coming up. I want to join the Legacy Knits knit along, the Stuffy along, because I found the cutest owl Stuffy and I need to have it in my life. It features some color work. It's done in a fingering weight yarn, which is lucky because I have some Brooklyn Tweed that I had bought for another project a long time ago and never, I kind of gave up on it. And so I have all this Brooklyn Tweed and I don't really know what to do with it. And the pattern I'm going to insert right here. It's so cute. Isn't it so cute? So, I'm going to start it. However, I'm not going to pressure myself to get it done by the date. I'm just going to start it, and you know, it's not even about the prize, it's more about the owl. So I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, and so I'm just going to see if I can get it started, and if I really enjoy working on it, I will, you know, push through to see if I can get it done before the deadline. But otherwise, I'm just gonna see what happens. I've never knit a stuffy before, so it'll be interesting to see how it works. I'm assuming that I'm probably going to have to dig out my double pointed needles, which if you've been watching me for a while know that I don't really like working with them, but I have some, so I might as well put them to good use. I don't know if I'll use my 5-inch wood ones or if I'll use my steel Chow ones, but I'll figure it out as I go, I guess. See how it feels. The owl pattern is Tawny Owl by Bombella Designs, and it's a paid-for pattern on Ravelry. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting. What else? Another thing that I am looking forward to is I participated in a swap. I've been watching Chrissy's podcast for a while. It's called Snappy Stitches, hosted by Chrissy, and she's hosting this Wish You Were Here swap, and so I signed up and kind of got in under the wire. So the idea is that she paired people up so that the person that ships to me is not the person I'm shipping to. So the person shipping to me lives in Australia, and I shipped to a person in British Columbia. So the idea was that we were supposed to send a mug, a Starbucks mug, excuse me, for our, you know, local city. And I live in a really small town, and I don't have a Starbucks. We have a Starbucks in the Barnes & Noble, but they don't carry those mugs. And then the rules changed that we could just use a local mug that has our local city on it. So we had to send a mug. It's a coffee or tea kind of a swap, so depending on what our swap partner likes, we should send coffee or tea. And everybody filled out like a little survey. And then one skein of yarn, at least 200 yards, I believe, something local, and a postcard, a local postcard. So I had a lot of fun putting together my package. I found a beautiful skein of yarn. So my partner's name is Monique, and she lives in British Columbia. She has chihuahuas. She likes kind of vibrant colors. So I picked this beautiful skein of yarn that is dyed in New York State. It's not totally local to my area. I don't know any dyers in my area yet. I'm sure there are some. I should do a little research and see if I can find who those people are. But this girl I actually met at a craft show that I participated in, and she was selling her yarn there. And I had gotten it. This was back in the fall. So I put that in the box, and as far as local, my partner is a coffee drinker, which is awesome because we have a coffee roasting company in Utica. And so I ended up going there, and I found a mug also. So it's Utica Roasting Company, and their Utica roast, she likes a dark roast, so I picked out a dark roast for her. I've never sent coffee in the mail, especially to another country. So we'll see how that goes. I hope she gets it okay. It was really strong coffee. And I did say that it was coffee. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But I sent her a pretty big bag of coffee, ground coffee, and then the mug, and then the skein of yarn, and then I bought a card and a couple postcards from Munson Williams Proctor, which is the local art museum where I worked for 10 years. And so it was fun picking out postcards with certain art objects on them, because I wrote little notes about my connection to some of those pieces of artwork in the collection. And I sent that off last week, and fingers crossed that it arrives safely. And I'm really excited to hopefully soon get my package from Australia. That's awesome. So that was fun. That's a fun thing. The only downside is to ship a package that weighed about 2 pounds to British Columbia cost me $24. I think that costs more than what I put in the box. What are you gonna do? Okay, so a pattern that I'm looking forward to knitting is Molly of a Homespun House has a shawl pattern coming out this week. And I'm really looking forward to knitting that. So I'm keeping my eye out on her Instagram for that announcement. And I do have a few acquisitions I was going to show you. I'll do yarn first. So last week I had to order more yarn for my cardigan, the Fibre company. And so I ordered from yarn.com webs, and of course I can't just order one skein of yarn, because I feel like it's not worth my while or their while to ship one skein. So I picked up 3 skeins of this. The other 2 skeins are holding my camera up, my phone. So this is so soft. I am in love with it. This is the Abalone colorway of the Fibre Company Road to China Light. This is a luxurious blend of cashmere, camel, silk, and baby alpaca. It is so luxurious. Oh my goodness. And the color of that is just outstanding. It's green, but it's got a little bit of like gray to it. It's just so pretty. No idea what I'm going to do with it. So I bought that. And I mentioned last week that I had taken advantage of a sale at Fibreista Club. They were offering a sale of some Fibre Company yarn that I had bought some of it in Saratoga when I went to visit my sister. And this was part of that purchase. I had bought 2 skeins of the Canopy Fingering in the sumac color, and I had also bought 2 skeins of Acadia in the Moraine colorway. This is Moraine. It's like a brown with gray. And then Sea Lavender, which I used for that hat, my cloche style hat with the patterning on the... So I had these 2, and I wanted to buy some other yarn to go with these 2, because what can you make with 2 skeins of yarn? And they're only 145 yards, so 290 yards isn't going to make you much. So I ended up picking out 2 of these. This is Sand. This is a DK weight yarn, by the way. 60% wool, 20% alpaca, 20% silk. And I love it. It's so awesome. So this is sand. And I bought 2 skeins. This is clearly my favorite color of all time. Oyster. It's kind of a green. And, uh-oh. I came unraveled here. Shoot. And 2 skeins of driftwood. This is kind of a taupe. It's a little bit darker than sand. And I just love those colors together. Look at all of that beautifulness. No idea what I'm going to do with all of this. I would like to use it all together in one piece. Maybe some sort of stripy thing. So I'm still on the hunt. Clearly I have a lot of yarn. And I have enough yarn to last me a lifetime. So that's okay. It makes me happy. That's all I have for yarn acquisitions, and now I'm going to show you some beads. I did a little swap with my friend Mariah. I don't know if it's Maria or Mariah Grimes. Her bead company is called Garden Path Beads. And this is the cutest little card I have to show it to you. That was a card in one of the packages of beads. I'm assuming that's her pooch. Getting a treat. Oh my god, I love it. I think that's a Chihuahua. Okay, so she had emailed me because she saw a necklace in my shop that she wanted with the Anchoy bee bead on it. I love that necklace so much. I'm so happy to have sent it to someone who really appreciates handmade beads. And she asked me if I would be willing to swap for something. So I said, yeah, I'll take beads or whatever you want to do. So she is, I did a swap with her a while back too. We were partners for a bead challenge where we each swap beads and then we make finished pieces with the beads. And I've also gotten a little turtle from her recently that's in a necklace. I think I have listed in my store. Well, anyway, she asked me what colors I liked and if I had any thoughts on what I might want. And I kind of gave her a couple of hints, and she sent me some amazing things. So I wanted to show them to you. First of all, she sent some head pins. Aren't they great? Oh my god, they're so pretty. And then a little strand of beads, coordinating, of course. And then she sent me 2 little turtles. These are so cute. Oh my goodness. And they have little flowers on them. And these owls. Oh my god, can you get over that? I mean, they're adorable. And these little whales. They are so cute. Oh my god. So I'm going to have fun with those this week. And let's see. Do I have any pod love to mention? Milkshed blog. I like the Milkshed blog a lot. I see that she has, she's working on a new episode, so I'm excited to see her latest. I don't think it's up yet. I'm looking forward to watching Eva of The Charm of It. She's got a new one coming out soon, maybe today. And I don't think there's any other ones. So I guess that's all I have for today. It's been fairly short. I like to keep my episodes fairly short. You're not going to find anything longer than probably 40 minutes. They've been consistently about 30 minutes long. I think that's a good amount of time to talk about stuff. I don't want to be too rambling. I can be a rambler. It's easy to kind of be chatty. It's easier, I guess, to be chatty when someone's sitting here with me. But that's all I got. So thanks for coming over, and I'll see you guys next Monday. Hopefully, if not Monday, probably Tuesday. Bye.